Hi everyone, welcome back to the Red Blossom Tea channel. Today we'll look at celadons. Celadons are the bluish green teaware that's very popular from the Song dynasty. This is another option to brewing oolongs or any tea that requires hotter temperature water besides using yixings. And of course you could use the finer 景德镇, finer porcelain ware, but these will retain heat a little better for oolongs from Wuyi Mountain as well. And then roll oolongs from Taiwan or from China. So when it comes to Celadon ware, we work with Xu De Jia. He's a very famous ceramicist from Taiwan. Xu De Jia is about 50 odd years old now. He's very famous for his brew style of teaware. He's so adept at making this particular glaze, and he's so well known that many of his pieces are, to me, a lot nicer than the replicas being produced in the museum. Of course, the nicest ones are displayed in the museum in Taiwan and occasionally throughout museums in the US and throughout the world. And those are the old pieces that have been used already. With Celadon ware, when they're brand new, it has this bluish green hinge, but when you have used it a few times, it will start to develop this uneven web of crackle. And that's when you know that the Celadon ware is well seasoned. And this can be in just a few weeks when hot water is applied to it. So here I have several pieces. This is a 3-piece GAIWAN from Xu De Jia. We will shorten it by calling him XDJ because that's what we usually say at Red Blossom. So the lid, the bowl, the slender bowl, and the plate is similar to all of our other GAIWANs, except this is much heavier duty. It's very thick. That's why it retains heat very well. In Phoenix Mountain Range, there are many different varietals of oolongs, and if you prefer one over another and you want to season a particular pot for it, you almost need one for each flavor. So orange blossom is unique and has that nice floral orange finish. It's a little bit different from the persimmon blossom, and most people do not necessarily season one particular yixing for one type of Phoenix oolong. They rather use a clay pot that is glazed like this. This is a hand-thrown one. So for this type of teaware, we can use many different oolongs and it doesn't take on the flavor, but yet it does retain heat very well. This side handle pot is completely hand-thrown. So each one of the side handle pots is unique. This is a glaze pot inside. So I can brew any type of tea from pu'er to the roll greenish, lightly oxidized oolongs, or even a scented tea like a jasmine, and it doesn't take on the flavor. I prefer to use mine for the Phoenix oolongs. And with this type of teapot, it retains heat well, but it maintains heat when we're brewing. So it's very easy for us to pick up the pot like this, add hot water in, and decant. The side handle pot is very interesting. Traditionally, this is used only by right-handers. So if you're a left-hander, you couldn't hold it like this and start pouring away from you. You need to see where that stream goes. This is completely hand-thrown. And then we have others that are slip cast. This is a white clay rather than the dark clay. It's also glazed. So with these pots, it's very versatile as well. This pot is about 10 ounces. So it's a perfect pot to use if you want to make gongfu cha style and pour it into smaller cups or even this large cup. This is what we call shui bei or water cup. This is half glaze and half remain as in its natural clay form. It's pretty nice in design. This is all hand done by XDJ. And this is my cup that I use often. And now you start to see this uneven web of crackle. So let's brew Chaozhou style tea. Here I have a yixing tray. This tray is holding several different teacups inside. So I have a Celadon one. I like the mix match because guests can have different cups and they can identify which is their own. This yixing one, the darker, and then the Jingdezhen teacup. I'm using Xu De Jia's more modern style teapot. This has a wide bottom, so it allows the leaves, tea leaves to kind of open evenly. It doesn't trap the tea leaves. It's great for brewing Chaozhou style because this will give us an even brew. So I have some persimmon blossom in here already. I'm adding a little water. Traditionally, this type of tray would be set next to the meal, and Chaozhou style meals is pretty heavy. Chaozhou style meal consists of braised pork belly with taro and some deep fried taro with sprinkles of sugar. So this Chaozhou style of tea brewing is originated from Phoenix Mountain Range because most of the Phoenix oolong teas were brewed a tad stronger than how we normally would drink it today. After heavy meals, we would take a tea like this and pour it around the teacups. You go very quickly. Instead of decanting the tea into a server, this even stream will pour evenly into all of the cups. As long as you are quick and keep going round after round, then it will fill the cups and you get a nice even brew that way as well. We don't have the heavier meat dishes here today. I have some cookies from a new bakery called Bread Belly. They make delicious sweets like this. And I'm using one of Xu De Jia's nice pieces that mimic the Song Dynasty ware. This is a chrysanthemum plate. So it's holding a couple of cookies that we could snack on while we drink this strong brew of persimmon blossom. If you want to read a little more about his different pieces and view all of his creations, please visit our website, redblossomtea.com, and of course, subscribe to our Red Blossom Tea channel.